Everybody, welcome to the Late Show. I'm Lindsay, and this is Knowledge Uprising.
Who could I trust? Shit, I don't know. Bitches be flaking these niggas hoes. Niggas was talking what they was gonna do to a nigga when I saw them niggas froze. Boy, I had dreams of a Chevy, but now I see me in the rose. Folks to knock, I'm the fucking greatest. Bitch, I made it, that's all my haters. Who could I trust? Shit, I don't know. Bitches be flaking these niggas hoes. Niggas was talking what they was gonna do to a nigga when I saw them niggas froze. Boy, I had dreams of a Chevy, but now I see me in the rose. Folks to knock, I'm the fucking greatest. Bitch, I made it, that's all my haters. I counted on you and you flaked on me. I told you I love you, you hated on me. I was just grinding into the money. Laughing at niggas, you niggas funny. But play no games with me, know I bang, nigga. Yeah, I changed with the same nigga, and I'm still rocking with my A1s. All black, fifth Akon. Tank top, yeah, I bear arms. Chris with it, I'm in bare form. Born and raised in the Cub City. Self-made like Frank Nitty, untouchable. Now that's Al Capone, I gotta keep it on me, that's my ride along. Flow colder than the Ice Cube. I'm a young nigga with an attitude. Bad bitch, hair silky smooth. Remy weed, she like it pulled too. When I chuck the deuces when I pull through. Chain hanging off the neck like a noose. Dropping bombs on them, nigga, this a new. You a dick riding on follow suits. I got different ties. Never fold like a bow tie, huh? I'm talking bow ties, how I ride. I don't spare guys. Damn, they thought it was a mannequin challenge. These niggas froze when they saw I. Rolls Royce, I want it all gold. I'm 24s and call that bitch Kobe. Bullets watch with no diamonds in it. That's perfect timing. I'm shining. Who could I trust? Shit, I don't know. Bitches be flaking these niggas hoes. Niggas was talking what they was gonna do to a nigga when I saw them.
Niggas froze.
Before I had dreams of a Chevy, but now I see me in the rose. Folks to knock, I'm the fucking greatest. Bitch, I made it, that's all my haters. Who could I trust? Shit, I don't know.
Live, y'all.
Bitches be flaking these niggas hoes. Niggas was talking what they was gonna do to a nigga when I saw them. Niggas froze. Boy, I had dreams of a Chevy, but now I see me in the rose. Folks to knock, I'm the fucking greatest. Bitch, I made it, that's all my haters. I got a little flash of your bitch in my DMs. You want me to beat it? I told her to beat it. A solid little nigga, you know how I'm living. Don't play with me, homie.
You know I get with you.
You know that I'm with it. You know that I'm on it. I'm thinking about hustling. I might get back to it. These bitches been flaking, but now they won't fuck. I told them the bitches get off my nuts. I ride with the tool and you know I'm a bust. I just hit a lift at the back of the truck. I roll with some niggas that don't give a fuck. If I tell them it's bitches, they eating shit up. I heard my brother Lynn doing times. Hold your head and keep a same mind. You a loyal one when I die for. My homie got stabbed 44 times. So that's the reason why I keep the iron. These niggas be hating and that's fine. I just pray that they don't cross the line and pray that Tennessee don't never reach the click. Cause anybody on the
Peace.
die for it, shorty, that's a show. I provide safety, gun, no safety. They say I'm crazy, who ain't
So who can I trust?
Shit, I don't know. Bitches be flaking these niggas hoes. Niggas was talking.
Alexis, welcome to the show.
Niggas froze. Boy, I had dreams of a Chevy, but now I see me in the
rose.
Folks to knock, I'm the fucking greatest. Bitch, I made it, that's all my haters. Who could I trust? Shit, I don't know. Bitches be flaking these niggas hoes. Niggas was talking what they was gonna do to a nigga when I saw them niggas froze. Boy, I had dreams of a Chevy, but now I see me in the rose. Folks to knock, I'm the fucking greatest. Bitch, I made it, that's all my haters.
Everybody, welcome to the Late Show. How y'all doing out there? You like that song? That song hard? Oh man, hey, see, hey, I was about to get it started, but she say the song hard. So hey, we gotta hear it one more time. Shout out to 410, aka shout out to DJ, shout out to my homie, shout out to Big Bro from Chicago. We're gonna play it one more time, man. Who can I trust? I don't know. Like I said tonight, man, it's gonna be an open topic for anybody that wants to come up on to the show. If not, then I rock it solo, man. I appreciate everybody in the attendance. Let's do it one more time.
But now I see me in the rose. Folks to knock, I'm the fucking greatest. Bitch, I made it, that's all my haters. Who could I trust? Shit, I don't know. Bitches be flaking these niggas hoes. Niggas was talking what they was gonna do to a nigga.
When I saw them niggas froze, using the Chevy,
but now I see me in the
rose.
Folks and I'm the fucking greatest. Bitch, I made it, that's all my haters. I counted on you and
You flaked on me.
I told you I love you, you hated
You
on
on
me.
me.
I was just grinding, get
You
to the
do
money.
money.
Less than that niggas,
You niggas funny.
Don't play no games with me, know I
Bang.
bang. Nigga, yeah, I changed with the same nigga, and I'm still rocking with my A1s. All black, fifth
Akon.
Tank top, yeah, I bear arms. Chris with it, I'm in bare form. Born and raised in the Cub City. Self-made like Frank Nitty, untouchable. Now that's Al Capone. Gotta keep it on me, that's
Like
my
ride along.
flow colder than the ice cube. I'm a young
Nigga with an attitude.
Bad bitch, head silky smooth. Brimmy weed, she like it pulled two. And I chuck the deuce when I pull through. Chain hanging off the neck like a noose. Dropping bombs on the nigga, this a new. You a dick riding, I don't follow suits. I got different ties. Never fold like a
Dick ride. We're gonna talk about that too tonight.
I don't spare guys. Damn, they thought it was a mannequin
Challenge.
Niggas froze when they saw I. Rolls Royce, I want it all gold. I'm 24s and call that bitch Kobe. Bullets watch with no diamonds in it. That's perfect timing. I'm shining. Who could I trust? Shit, I don't know. Bitches be flaking these niggas hoes. Niggas was talking what they was gonna do to a nigga when I saw them.
Niggas froze.
Boy, I had dreams of a Chevy, but now I see me in the roads. Folks to knock, I'm the fucking greatest. Bitch, I made it. That's all my haters. Who could I trust? Shit, I don't know. Bitches be flaking these
One
niggas
more time.
hoes. Niggas was talking what they was gonna do to a nigga
One more time for the one time.
But now I see me in the roads. Folks and knock, I'm the fucking greatest. Bitch, I
gonna
made
get
it.
lit
It's
in
all
this
my
bitch.
haters. I got a little thing, so your bitch in my DMs. She want me to beat it. I told her to beat it. A solid little nigga, you know how I'm living. Don't play with me, homie.
You know I get with
you.
you.
You know that I'm with it. You know that I'm on it. I'm thinking about hustling. I might get back to it. These bitches been flaking, but now they won't fuck. I told her little bitch to get over my nuts. I ride with the tool and you know I'm a bust. I just hit a lip at the buy me a truck. I roll with some niggas that don't give a fuck if I tell them these bitches they eating shit up. I heard my brother live doing time. Just hold your head and keep the same mind. You a lawyer, you want when I die, folks. My homie got stabbed 44 times. So that's the reason why I keep the iron. These niggas be hating and that's fine. I just pray that they don't cross the line and pray that jealousy don't never reach the click. Cause anybody on 3-4, I would die for and shout it as a show. I provided safety, God, no safety. They say I'm crazy.
Real shit.
Who could I trust? Shit, I don't know. Bitches be flaking these niggas hoes. Niggas was talking what they was gonna do to a nigga when I saw him, them niggas froze. Boy, I had dreams of a Chevy, but now I see me in the roads. Folks to knock, I'm the fucking greatest. Bitch, I made it, that's all my haters. Who could I trust? Shit, I don't know. Bitches be flaking these niggas hoes. Niggas was talking what they was gonna do to a nigga when I saw
All
him, them
niggas froze.
Boy, I had dreams of a Chevy, but now I see me in the roads. Folks to knock, I'm the fucking greatest. Bitch, I made it, that's all my haters.
Yeah, man, that song go hard, man. I love that song, man. Again, shout out to bruh, man. So what the business is with everybody, man? Good evening. What's the word with everybody? What's going on in the YouTube streets? What's going on in the YouTube streets? I like to play that song a lot because dealing with this YouTube, man, you don't know who you can trust. It's a lot of real niggas and there's a lot of fake niggas. There's a lot of fake niggas acting like real niggas. You know what I'm saying? You got real supporters and then you got fake supporters. Then you got dick riders. That's some real shit, though. That's some real shit. But anyway, I came up here with no specific topic or subject matter to bring to the table. But from what I have seen of lately, people don't know what to do with their content. A lot of channels, they try to switch it up. Like I say, just keep it organic and be you, you know, because that's the only thing you can be is you. You feel me? I was watching the brother Sinful the P. He was reacting to the Sarnetta interview with the Three God. And if y'all not familiar with the Three God, it's basically Nature Boy changing his name again. And it was weird. And that comes to the second thing. See, I do got something to talk about. Attention. Man. Some people want attention. Star in a motherfucking building. What up, Star? But yeah, man. Some people want fucking attention, yo. I watched a little bit of that shit on Sinetta. And the craziest shit. That was some of the craziest shit I done seen in a while. You know, I'm tired. Yeah, that dude needs something. He need help. So, in the interview, right, Nature Boy pop up with all of his concubines behind him. They all like this. And, yo, I could tell, yo, they was tripping off Nature Boy because the women in the background was laughing like a motherfucker, right? While they was just holding up the little symbol or whatever, right? And he called himself the Three God. And he said something, and they all started, wow, doing some old crazy. Man, that was weird. But that just shows he's trying to get attention. See, people change up their moniker. They try to change up their image because somewhat of the image they are portraying has got tarnished, right? Because, you know, people started to pay attention when you drop videos back to back. And when you pop up with some weird shit, it shows you're trying to get attention. At one point during that video, it was 2,000 people watching, right? And here's where I started watching Sinful to P react to the shit, right? So he was talking about how people like to see, as they used to say on my panels back in the day, a shit show. You know, because he was saying Nature Boy was acting like a clown. And it shows how people want to go more towards that clowny shit than to watch some real shit. Like, he was talking about how you don't have as many people watching when you got brothers building on knowledge and wisdom and information, you know. People like to see that crazy shit, you know. And he was just basically saying that, man, like, people shouldn't have to say, subscribe to me, hit the like button, you know. If you're tuning in to somebody, that means you're quite intrigued by them. And that means, like, right, it should be a given. You shouldn't have to say, subscribe to my channel, right? You shouldn't have to say, hit the like button, right? You shouldn't have to say that. And he just was talking about, man, how that shit is silly, man. Y'all watch this dude act like a clown. Nature Boy, the Three God, changing up his name again. You know, trying to change his image. Trying to appeal to some audience, you know. And it was funny as fuck, yo. It was funny as fuck, and it was hard watching. Because people are seeking for attention when they start to lose that attention. And they do shit like that. big facts, yeah. The women were brainwashed. Yeah, and with situations like that, when I was telling y'all about on the last live I did about this book, right? If I can find the chapter. Okay, let me see here. Let me see here. Y'all give me a second. The Unwritten Book, chapter 10. I think this might be where it's at. Let me see. Okay, yeah. It's chapter 10. So y'all let me pull chapter 10 up real quick. And I'm going to show you how these women are brainwashed. This is just one idea. But again, now, for women to stay down there, like, you got to break them in some way, right? Have them give you their undying love, right? Something wild. Icebergs. Now we're going to hear chapter 10 and 11. Then we're going to get back to it, right? We're going to see. We're going to see. See here. No, I said chapter 10 through 11. Okay, let's see here. Oh, why y'all got it so cut up like this? Y'all give me a minute. Let me try to find this real quick. Okay, guys, I think I found it. Let's see here. I'm going to read along real quick. Right now it's chapter 10. Then we're going to discuss this. Chapter 10 and chapter 11. Hold on, let me see here. Okay, right here, y'all. Y'all see that? Chapter 10, Unwritten Book. Let's go.
I waited for the reefer to fill her skull. The bomber in her hand was now a roach. I cocktailed it for her. Her eyes were dreamy. She said, "God damn, sweetheart, I'm high. You know, Blood, you're going to laugh when I tell you something. Guess what I was thinking when I saw you the first time in that towel?" I said, "You thought, oh my itching cat, that pretty brown bastard looks like a pimp. I wish the hell I was still whoring. I sure would like to kiss Mr. Thriller the Killer under that towel. Am I right, sweet freak?" She giggled and scooted her chair flush against my knees. She slid her back down in the leather chair. She put the heels of her pink shoes on the seat of my chair. I was sandwiched between her big yellow legs. The street lamp came on, spotlighting her. She was still giggling. I fingered the ready jolt of cocaine in my robe pocket. I took it out and hit it against the side of my chair. I saw blue veins pulsing on her inner thighs. The cocaine had me strung on an icy rack. I raised her right leg and rubbed my cheek against it. I crushed her kneecap between my teeth. She moaned. I gazed deep into her eyes. She had laughed tiny pearls of tears that clung to her long, silky lashes. Under the street lamp, her face was innocent and soft as a yellow fawn's. I felt old as Methuselah. She said, "Don't look at me like that. I know you can read minds. You give me the creeps with that look. It's like you're Svengali or that crazy Russian monk I read about." I said, "Chris, you're gonna be my whore. We gotta share things." That reefer was just an appetizer. Reefer is for low-class skunk broads. Heroin is for chumps bound for the graveyard. Cocaine is for brilliant, beautiful people. Chris, banging cocaine will spin a magic web of music and bells inside your skull. Every pore in your body will feel like daddy's jugging his swiping all over you. It will torch off a racy secret fire of life inside you. It's a miracle, Chris. You get all that thrill and no habit. I know you ain't chicken shit. Are you game to try? She said, "If you won't scar me or hurt me, if it hurts, promise you'll stop. Don't give me a lot, baby. Where you gonna put it in?" I took her left leg and put it in the arm of my chair. I saw a fat line high on her thigh. I eased the spike into it. She flinched. The dropper flashed red. I pressed the bulb slowly. Her eyes widened. Her white teeth bit into her bottom lip. I emptied the dropper. I pulled out the gun. She sat there stiffly. She took her leg off the chair arm. She rubbed the inside knobs of her ankles against my sides. I saw her Adam's apple spasm. I remembered how I puked the first time. I slid my chair back and raced to the bedroom to get the wastebasket. I just made it back. She dumped a load into it. I flushed the mess down the toilet and rinsed the basket out. When I got back to her, she was smiling and stroking her legs. She said, "I'm sorry I did that naughty thing, Daddy. But now I feel heavenly. Baby, I'm so glad I came over and got this feeling. Aren't those bells something? Baby, you got a lot of this. I want to do this every day. Stay like this every minute. Let's lie down. I want to form an introduction to Mr. Thriller." I said, "Bitch, when you come to me as my whore, I'll keep your skull mellow. Now you gotta be joking about Mr. Thriller. He won't have anything to do with a broke bitch that claims a square horn blower as her man. Let's go over there while he's away and get your clothes. You're not married to him, are you?" She said, "How many girls do you have? Maybe your stable is too big for comfort. I get salty standing in a long line for my loving."
Okay. So let me pause right there. We getting close to chapter 10, but I'm just letting you guys get warmed up, get an idea of what's going on. Now, like I said, we're gonna compare this to Nature Boy, right? The three God. That dude don't know what he want to be named. He keep changing his name every year. So let me keep playing. But right now, you see the stable. So in that video, right, with Sinetta, when he was on there calling himself the three God, right? Y'all seen the women? He called his concubines. That's his stable, right? And here's Chris. He's talking to light-skinned chick, right? This light-skinned chick want to be his hoe. And if you compare it to Nature Boy, it's kind of like she wants to be a part of Carbonation, Melanation, or whatever. Maybe they don't change the name again. But she wants to be a part of that movement, right? Just speaking on general, if another woman was intrigued by the information that man had to bring and, you know, was indecisive on joining. But let's keep going. Okay, let me see here.
I said, or answer my question. What are you, a roller or something? When you are my whore, you don't worry about anything but your own ass and scratch. Now answer my question. She said, Blood, I didn't want to answer because I am married to him. Leroy, that's my husband. Saved my life, really.
See, Leroy is a singer, right? And she is reformed now, right? But these two are intrigued by each other. And like I said, man, we about to get to how could these women be mind fucked so crazy by this dude Nature Boy, by listening to this book and going through chapter 10 and 11. Right now we're hearing the end of chapter 9, and chapter 11 is about to come in about roughly 12 minutes.
Been wonderful to me. He used to be good looking. He didn't get so insanely jealous until after his accident. We've been waiting over 2 years for a settlement. Blood, honestly, you are my kind of stud. My life is so screwed up, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to tell you. Would you believe that you're the first fellow I've talked to in over 2 years? Blood, I don't love Leroy. That cocaine had her speed rapping. I couldn't cop her tonight unless I croaked Scarface. My plans had to change. I had to unhook her from Leroy soon. She'd make bales of scratch. Maybe.
Hear that? Unhook her.
I could work an angle to get her and a slice of that settlement. Of course, I couldn't wait forever. If I had to, I'd cop without a slice of the settlement. I knew Leroy was going to blow her. He didn't have a chance to hold much longer with that ugly face and that jealous bit. I had to find out if she would level with me all the way. Silas had told me she was an ex-whore. I said, Chris, give me a fast rundown of your life story. I'll have all the answers for you when you finish. She said, if you let me sit in your lap. I nodded, and she...
Mind's eye, what it do, what it do. Mind's eye is in the building right now. Yeah. Already. So what's going on in the situation? Because I see you just came in. Right now we at the end of chapter 9, and we about to go through chapter 10 and 11, right? And I'm going to compare it, how it's relative, because I seen Alexis, she put this. So, like I said, it's an open subject matter. So we're going to build on this for women. She said the women were like they brainwashed, they mind blown or whatever. They done got mind fucked by Nature Boy. So we about to listen to this because yo, I ain't gonna lie, the dude get witter and witter every year. So let's go back in.
She hooked an arm around my neck. Her cheek was against my ear. The cocaine thudded her ticker against my breast. Out of the side of my eye, I saw the runt go into the greasy spoon. I was hoping she wouldn't use the phone just inside the door and interrupt the rundown. I felt her balloon bottom blasting heat into the throbbing cup of my lap. Too bad I worked so hard at the pimp game. Mr. Thriller was playing stiff con on me. He was just a fool at heart. The poor chump wanted to suck out in that bed with this luscious doll. Good thing he had me to stand guard over him. She said, I remember nothing but good until I was 12. Then my mother died. My father had been a kind, good man until then. He always worked. He was a good carpenter. He changed quickly after Mama died. He took my bed down. He said he wanted me to sleep with him. He told me how lonely his bed was after all those years with Mama. Nothing happened at first. One night, a month later, I had a nightmare. A wild, ferocious animal was sucking my breast. It was terrible. I woke up. It was Papa. I screamed. He slapped me hard. His face was all twisted and hateful. He looked like a crazy stranger. I blacked out. When I came to, Papa was crying and begging me to forgive him. After a while, I would just lie there, numb, and let him use me. I hated his guts. In school, I had the crazy feeling the students could see and feel my shame and filth. By the time I got 15, I was a skeleton. By now, he had me doing everything to him. I'm glad he's dead in hell. Papa, the beast was killing me. I was so nervous, I couldn't wash dishes. I broke dozens. I wasn't eating enough to keep a bird alive. I collapsed one day coming from the grocery. I woke up in a hospital. My system was shot, and I was pregnant. I stayed in the hospital a month. I stayed at Papa's a week after I got out. I took some money while he slept and left Wichita with the clothes on my back. I came here and got a waitress job. A young pimp named Dandy Louie started picking me up when I got off. I thought he was a millionaire. He dressed me up and turned me out. He was a cruel black bastard. He liked to beat me and then screw me. He worked me in a house run by one of his whores. He kept his foot in my ass. Funny thing, I made money even when my belly was stuck way out. A lot of chicks who came there wanted a pregnant girl. I lost the baby while turning a trick.
Y'all just hear that shit? Man, man, this comparison, man, for real, this is going to be a deep-ass topic. Like I said, I'm showing y'all how Nature Boy get them women to stay, man. I'm showing y'all.
Got 5 years on a white slave rap 2 months later. I got a barmaid job and met Leroy. He was playing a gig in the spot. I was a sick girl. I fell out twice while serving the bar. The doctor said I needed rest. He said I couldn't expect to live long unless I rested. Leroy nursed me back to health. He was good to me. I needed someone who cared. I married him. When I was just 4 months shy of 17, I went with Leroy on a string of one-nighters in the Midwest. The group broke up in Youngstown, Ohio. We were stranded. Leroy got a job in an industrial cleaning plant. The second week, a boiler exploded, and you've seen his face. His lawyer says we can expect a $10,000 settlement any time now. Leroy is driving rogue crazy with his jealousy. I don't mind hustling. I'd be your girl, blood. I go for you, blood. Are things clearer now? What should I do? I said, you've had nothing but heartache. I feel so sorry for you, baby. Now I know you've got to be my woman. I gotta protect you. I got to give you affection and understanding. Don't worry, Angel. With me, life will be as smooth as the snow at Sun Valley.
Love and affection and understanding. Ain't that, man, what these cult leaders doing? Man, it's getting deep. Chapter 10 is about to hit in 6 minutes. Let's listen.
You'll be so happy you'll be out of your mind half the time. With our color combination, we could make a son of a bitching baby together after we get rich. Tell me, does Leroy plan to work the roost for a while? She said, oh, I forgot to tell you. Last night was his last night. They want him for another 6 weeks, but he's going to drop the combo. It's too much headache to get them to show for work, sober, and on time. He's out now with a booking agent. I think he might go with a big band on an East Coast tour. I hope he gets it. Band leaders want band members' wives to stay at home. Daddy, please figure things out fast. I want to be your girl as soon as possible. I was sucking her scented cheek. I flogged my skull for a quick plot to tear the yellow gold mine from Scarface. The phone rang. She got out of her nest. I rushed to the phone. It was the excited broad on the desk. She said, forgive me for goofing. 422 went up 2 minutes ago. I was having a hassle with the checkout. I saw him come in. It didn't register until the second that I called you. You better clean house fast. I ran into the living room. I snatched her from the chair. I pulled her to the door. I cracked it. We peeped down the hall. Scarface was 20 yards away from coming down the hall. He had a big stack of papers, maybe sheet music under his arm. He shifted the bundle to his other arm. A paper fluttered to the carpet. He stooped to get it. I saw her door ajar. I stepped aside. I slapped her on the rump. She blurred across through the doorway. Scarface was standing with his mouth open, staring toward his now locked door. He was sure he'd seen her. His face was puzzled. I shut my door easy-like. I stood with my ear against the door. A bomb of sound shocked my eardrum. Someone was punching his fist against my door. I ran into the bedroom and got my switchblade. I came back to the door. I held my open blade behind me. I opened the door. It was Scarface. He looked like Mr. Hyde, all right. His orange-brown eyes were spinning counterclockwise. I saw...
So, buddy, he called it Scarface. Done caught Chris in the hallway. And he seen Iceberg door open. Even Iceberg admitted, like, man, I could have sworn he seen her coming out of here, right? So Iceberg go back into his room, and he starts getting a knock on the door, and guess who it is? It's that nigga Leroy. He calling Scarface. Let's continue.
Bundle of papers and a careless heap in front of his door. His right mitt was deep in his coat pocket. I saw the faint outline of maybe a skinny lead pipe or a gun barrel. I gauged the moves for a heart stab to beat his mitt out of his pocket. I said, yeah, Jack, what is it? I'm on the phone with my bondsman. The court just raised my bond on a double murder beef. I'm in a bad mood. I don't want to buy anything. He just stood there like a scar-faced zombie staring at me. He
like,
looked
nigga,
down
I
at the
seen you
carpet
talking
in
with
front
my
of
girl.
door. I looked down. A pink butterfly lay there like a silent indictment. He heaved his chest and took a deep breath. It was like his last one. He stooped and picked it up. The eerie bastard took his other hand out of his pocket. Tears rolled down from his unblinking orange eyes as he stared at me. His scarred cheeks were quivering as he shredded the butterfly into pink lint.
He want to fuck Iceberg up so bad because he know Chris ain't about that life no more. She's not living it with him. You know, Leroy about to get this big settlement. He going from clubs doing gigs all over, right? Then you got this character, right? You got this character that's dresses flamboyant, right? Has all these women with him. And she knows what Iceberg is doing because she used to live that life. She used to be a whore, right? But she's not doing that life no more. So now Leroy is at the door and he is just livid. He wants to hurt Iceberg so bad, right? So bad. And right now, Iceberg, he's young. He's like 20, 21, right? Living that pimp lifestyle, you know, because he went all over the Midwest. But right now, he's at this hotel. I believe they're in Chicago right now. They're in Chicago. And so what's going on is that Leroy like, man, you trying to get my bitch back in that life, and I just want to whoop your ass so fucking bad, right? That's why his eyes are just like bloodshot, and he got a tear in his eyes because he want to fuck him up. He want to fuck him up. He ain't trying to hear none of that shit Iceberg saying at the door. Let's continue.
On the carpet. He turned and walked away. I shut my door and got a beak load of cocaine. I took the lounging robe off. It was dripping sweat.
Look at this. This nigga took his lounge robe off, right? It was dripping wet with sweat. So that let you know right there. You know what I'm saying? Iceberg was talking that hard shit, but he was nervous as fuck. So what'd he do? Soon as he shut that fucking door, he went and got his goddamn cocaine, his dope, and he ready to goddamn do a line or two because that shit right there, you know, whew, man, I'm glad this nigga didn't hit me. I would have had to fight this nigga and all this shit. Chris would have came out the other hotel room. Ooh, he like, man, I'm glad dude just walked off, but at the same time, man, I was hoping that nigga don't hit me. You see how nervous he was? Let's continue.
I showered. I sat in Chris's chair at the window. Her sweet odor was still rising from it. For an hour, I heard a loud sobbing whine across the hall. It was Scarface chewing out Chris. Mickey said midnight.
Yo, this shit just get better and better, right? Now he cussing out Chris. He's like, I know before I got down, came back up here, I seen you. Yeah. This dude came. He's like, man, I know I seen you over there in that hotel room with that nigga. I done seen you with that nigga. He cussing Chris ass out. She is crying. He can hear that shit through the walls. Now, you got to remember, this is like what? The 40s or 50s. So at this time, man, walls was thin. And he could hear all that shit.
I hadn't eaten since morning. I wasn't hungry. Cocaine was a strong con for the belly. I thought, I hope that jealous chump doesn't croak her. It would be like making a big bonfire out of $100 bills.
Hey, nigga, you don't care. You trying to make her your hoe, right?
And I had a rod.
You don't care if that nigga kill her.
Over there and claim her.
You fucking up their little happy situation.
The phone rang. It was Silas. He said, what happened, kid? Was she a whiz in the sack? Did the Joker catch her? I've been busy. I ain't had a chance to check with you until now. I was worried about you, kid. The broad told me she was late with the wire. I stalled him in the cage. I said, it was very close, Silas. I'm a pimp. I didn't stick her. I'll take care of you and the broad this weekend when I pay my rent. Silas, if you get any news on the broad or Scarface, wire me fast. He said, yeah, kid, you know me. I stay hip to what goes on around here. I'll keep you plugged in, kid. Good night. I'm going home. I hung up and lay across the bed. I wondered if Max and Blondie had the run hemmed up and...
All right, y'all. We right here, about to hit chapter 10. And here's where shit get good, and we gonna show y'all how Nature Boy is brainwashing these women, y'all, and other people, you know. I mean, because for a woman, like with the shit they got going on, right? As far as a cult, a movement, he got all these concubines, all these women right there with him, right? And he put them women through some shit. So how can he mind fuck these women so bad, right? Besides speak to them, telling them the things they want to hear. You got a breaker, right?
Alley again. I smoked a reefer. I fell asleep. The phone woke me up. It was the runt. She said,
now let's talk about the runt. Right here at chapter 10. Chapter 10 is about to start. So the runt is really like his own, his first in, that's the only right now Phyllis is the runt, and she's the only whore he got right now. And she's bringing in all the cash, right? So he don't want no situation to fuck up with Phyllis, right? He want Phyllis to stay on her shit and do what she got to do, right? So right now he's about to talk to Phyllis on the phone. Also, he was driving around in Phyllis' car because she had a car, right? He turned her out, and she was like, he was 19, I believe. Phyllis was like 16, right? So I believe now he's about 20, 21, and Phyllis about 18, right? So he had this girl turning tricks since she was like 16, right? He took her in and showed her how to make money with her body. And now, you know, Phyllis, she doing her thing. So Phyllis feel like, oh man, this is kind of like a partnership, you know what I'm saying? Because she's still young, she's still learning. You feel me? He is also. So Phyllis like, shit, if I want to take a break, I'm gonna take a break, especially if it's that time of the month. You know what I'm saying? And anyway, he trying to help her because he promised that he's gonna help Phyllis with go see her son or help her get her child. So you know that's what he's holding on her, you know. And so right now, Phyllis, yep, right now they turning tricks. But that's his bottom bitch. That's his number one right there. That's his only one right now at the moment. Okay, man.
yeah. Daddy, it's your baby. It's after 2. Can I come home? I said, bitch, what kind of lines you got? She said, I got 30 slats. I'm beat, Daddy. My tricks have been spades.
She'll make $30.
Hard they are to turn.
$30 was a lot in them times.
I said, come on in.
That's almost a week's pay right there.
Watch your jib, bitch. Don't irritate me. Got a lot on my mind. She been working more than 12 hours. She was beat all right.
Damn.
Within a half hour after her bath, she was snoring beside me. I was dozing when the phone rang. I switched on the light. I picked up. I said, hello. Chris whispered, Daddy, I can't talk long. Leroy's asleep. He found a butterfly that fell off my negligee. He's been raving like a crazy man. He knows I was over there. I got bad news for us. The band spot is out. He called and turned it down. He's going to keep the combo and go through Ohio. His agent had a slew of one-nighters booked for him. He's taking me with him. Daddy, I won't forget us. I'll keep in touch. Maybe he'll go out before we leave tomorrow afternoon. I may get a chance to kiss you goodbye. I love you, blood. I'm going to dream about Mr. Thriller until heard the drowsy whine of Leroy's voice calling her name the instant before she hung up. I turned and looked at the runt. Her big mouth was wide open. Frothy slobber ran down her chin. Her sour hair had started to kink at the edges. She needed to go to the beauty shop downstairs. I thought, what kind of breaks am I getting? I'm sinfully good looking. I'm laying here with a lather-mouthed dog. The ugliest joker in the world is across the hall. He's in the sack with a pretty bitch whose nose is wide open for me. Something's got to be done. Maybe after I cop Chris, I'll have the brass ring in my mitt. I didn't sleep at all after Chris called. The runt woke me up at noon. She went across the street and got our lunch. At 2 in the afternoon, she was in the street. Silas called. He told me Chris was checking out. I saw Chris and Scarface put their stuff in the car and drive away. The runt came in at 2 a.m. with only 20 slats. She was shying away from white tricks. She was leery of Max and Blondie. I couldn't shake her out of it. She would rather turn spades for $3 or $5. She was afraid Max would catch her with a white trick. Chapter 10. The Unwritten Book.
Hi, y'all. We here. We at chapter 10. Y'all ready? Let's go.
A week after Chris left, I copped another bag of cocaine from Top. It was almost gone. The runt was only making expenses. I had one lonely C-note and a double saw, plus the porker silver. The weather was getting balmy. I needed fresh clothes. I was going to the bottom, fast. In the 3 weeks after Chris left, I kicked the runt's ass a half dozen times. I only left the hotel twice in almost a month. I was expecting Chris to call me and say she was on her way. Things were getting worse. It had been 2 weeks since I saw Top. I decided to call him. Maybe he could hit me to a new spot to work for Runt. My bankroll was thin. At 10 a.m., I called Top. One of his broads said he was out of town. He wouldn't be back for a week. I got a sudden thought. I asked her if she knew Sweet's phone number. She said she did, but she'd have to call and find out if Sweet wanted me to have it. She called back in 10 minutes and gave it to me. I called him. He answered. He was in a good mood. He said, "Well, what do you know? If it ain't Grinning Slim. You still got that one whore, or have you grinned yourself whoreless?" I looked over at the runt. She was still asleep. She hadn't been in the street for 3 days. Her period had run 5 days. She claimed she was too weak and sick to go out. I had given her a terrible whipping the night before. I needed advice, badly. I said, "Sweet, my bitch is falling apart. She's playing dead. If you don't pull my coat, I'm gonna starve to death."
Phyllis been in bed. She ain't been feeling good. Right? So that lets you know he don't got entire mind control over her yet. Right? So now it's about to get into how he got these women fucked up, right? Okay, let me see if I can do something real quick. Yeah, right. Like, man, I ain't getting no money, man. This woman is not trying to turn no tricks right now. She in bed and shit. Let me see here. Okay. Got helicopters and shit out. Got them birds in the sky, them little birds. Okay, where is it? No, that's not what I want to go to. Right. No, that is though. That is. I want a screenshot of that shit. How can I? Bow. I got that shit. Let me see here. Yo, mine's salute, bro. I appreciate your attendance, and I really do. Matter of fact, if I can't find it here, they gotta have it the other one. Okay, bow. Right there. Man, I just wanted to have it where it's fucking thumbnail. Right. So let me move right here. Okay. Let's see here. Now let's see if I can pop it up over here. How can I find another one of them like that? Let me look at that. No, don't take me. Go back. Fuck. Man, why y'all want to play with me? Show it, bro. Like, do what the fuck I want you to do. Like, no, man. Like, are you fucking serious? I don't know what they want me to do right here. Oh man, what the fuck? Oh, I can do it like this. Duh. No. Ah, there we go. I'm like, really, yo? Really? Is that difficult? Okay. Ah, thank you. Trying to make it difficult for a brother. Okay. Shit. Oh man, I hate doing this right here. Let's just hope this shit don't start acting choppy. Start acting stupid, right? Okay, y'all. So now y'all can get a better understanding about the show and what's going on. There we go. Now we're on chapter 10. We about to show y'all how this is it in comparison, right? Now the reason I popped this up, right, because you see he got multiple, right? And Phyllis beginning of chapter 10, Phyllis is in bed, sick, not making money, right? And it's gonna show us how Nature Boy and other people like him, what they do to put these women under mind control. You know, what he do to put these women under mind control and how he mind fucks these women. And these women, because this dude put these women through shit, right? All kinds of shit, right? I remember not too long ago he had the women fighting for him and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? So right now, right, we're trying to figure out how can these women stay with him, even though women had left, but you got some there that's been a long time, right? What's making them stay there, right? Right, you got right now he say, you got my full attention. He done broke him, right? And see with Iceberg Slim situation, right? He got Phyllis. She's his whore, but he ain't broke her ass to where she about to be like, yeah, daddy, I'm about to go do it now. You know what I'm saying? She still she still has a little bit of a rebellious side, And she look at that nigga like, nigga, we partners. You know what I'm saying, nigga? I call you daddy and all that shit, but at the end of the day, nigga, I ain't feeling good. I'm laying down, daddy. I made you $30 the night before, and the last night I made you $20, right? And this nigga like, man, that's some bullshit, right? Because Iceberg, she ain't trying to work. He got him a young girl. He trying to get her to turn tricks so he can have money, right? He's in this social circle of pimps, right? A social circle, right? So he just got off the phone with one of the old heads that's in the game, right? Well, let's listen. We're gonna keep going in a minute.
You gotta help me, sweet. He said, nigga, you ain't cracking a nick me for scratch, are you? I don't loan my scratch to suckers who got hoes and can't pimp on them. I ain't gonna support you and that lazy bitch. I said, no, sweet, I don't want scratch. I want you to run the game through my skull. I got a tiny bit of scratch. I gotta get my coat pulled before I tap out. He said, you got wheels? You know how to get out here? Now remember, you get aroused out here, crack my name. Don't repeat your boner. I said, yeah, I'm driving. I think I can find your pad. When should I come out there? He said, quick as you can get here. You get here and grin in my face, I'm gonna throw you over the patio wall. Say, kid, Peaches and me got a taste for some of that barbecue chicken down there in hell. Bring one with you when you come. He hung up. My ticker was pounding like Chris had walked in the door with $1 million. I shook the runt. She opened her eyes. I stood over her. I said, bitch, you better be in the street when I get back. She said, you can't do anything but kill me. I'm ready to die. I don't care what you do to me. I'm sick.
You see that? She like, nigga, I ain't trying to listen to what you say, nigga. I ain't feeling good right now, nigga. Like, ooh, boy. He ain't never dealt with a situation like this. Like I said, this was his first whore, right? But this is in comparison to how guys like this right here, how he mind controls these women. You gotta put them through some traumatic shit, right? So they can have your full attention and do your undying wishes.
I said, all right, bitch. Just hit me where you want your black stinking ass shit. I got in the Ford. I realized I hadn't put on a tie. I didn't have a lid. I looked into the rearview mirror. I sure looked scroungy. Maybe he'd be alone. Then I remembered the lobby. What the hell did it matter? I drove for about 15 minutes before I saw a clean, open barbecue joint. A black stud in a tall white cap was stabbing chickens into a turning spit in the window. I went in. I came out with 2 birds. Peaches might be really hungry for barbecue chicken. It made solid sense to brown nose Miss Peaches. After several wrong turns, I found Sweet's building. I parked the Ford in almost the same spot at the curb where Satan had sat me a month ago. A young white stud in a monkey suit was out in front. Crusader Sweet, doing his bit to reverse the social order. I went to the desk in the lobby. I felt like a tramp as I waited for the pass. I got on the elevator. A different broad was at the controls. The spicy scent of the chicken wiggled her nose. She wasn't as pretty as the ripe-smelling broad. She sure kept her crotch from advertising. Maybe it was just that she didn't get heavy action. I stepped from the cage. The friendly brown snake wasn't at his station to flop his mop for me. I figured it was his day off. The odds were 100 to 1 he was in the sack somewhere with a 6-foot blonde. She was probably a little like the blonde coming from up the pit on her way to the cage. It was Mimi. She flicked her green eyes across my face. They were cold as a frozen French lake. She passed me. She looked like fancy French pastry in her sable stole. I wondered how I got the stupid courage to turn down her freak-off. I walked to the doorway of the pit. The stone broad was still in her squirting squat. Sweet was sitting on the couch. Miss Peaches beside him saw me first. She bounded across the carpet. I felt her choppers graze my hand. She snatched the bag of chicken. She flung it on the alabaster-topped cocktail table in front of Sweet. Sweet looked at me. I tightened my face into a solemn grim mask. I stepped.
Okay, now Sweet is that one of the first pimps, that older pimp. He's living that lifestyle with multiple whores that Iceberg Slim is aspiring to be like. You know what I'm saying? So he's coming to him for advice right now, right? Man, I only got one whore. She ain't listening. She talking about she's sick and shit, right? Now, again, you see, we going to get into it, man, y'all. This getting deep, man. I appreciate everybody that's in attendance. Salute, shout out to you. I ain't got to tell y'all what to do. You in the video, so, hey, do your thing.
Down and walked toward him. He was wearing only a pair of polka dot shorts. In daylight, I noticed a mole on the broad in the picture over the couch. I said, "Hello, Mr. Jones. I hope those birds are still warm." He said, "Kid, your map sure looks like that bullshit bitch you got is shooting you through hot grease. I like that look you got today. Maybe you're getting hip. The pimp game ain't for grinning jackasses. Get over here and sit on this couch while baby and me eat our barbecue."
You heard what he just said, man? Oh, you think it's just grinning? Grinning gonna make this woman do what you want her to do. Oh. Yeah, man. Hey. Oh, man.
"Run down you and your whore. I want to know where and how you copped her. Tell me everything you can remember about her and what's happened since you copped her. Run down your whole life as far back as you remember. It don't matter which is first." I ran down my life for him. Then I ran down the night I met the runt until the moment I left the haven. It took maybe 45 minutes. I even described the runt in detail. Sweet and his greedy girlfriend had devoured both birds down to the bare bones. Sweet was wiping Miss Peach's whiskers with a paper napkin. She put her head in his lap. She was jammed against my thigh. Sweet leaned back on the couch. He put his bare feet on the top of the cocktail table. He said, "Sweetheart, you're black like me. I love you. You got the hate to pimp. You a lucky nigga to get your coat pulled by me. You flap your horns and remember what I'm gonna spiel to you. There are thousands of niggas in this country who think they're pimps. The pussy weak white pimps ain't worth mentioning. Don't none of them pimp by the book. They ain't even heard about it. If they was black, they'd starve stiff. There ain't more than 6 of them who are hip to and pimp by the book. You won't find it in the square nigga or white history books. The truth is, that book was written in the skulls of proud, slick niggas freed from slavery. They wasn't lazy. They was puking sick of picking white man's cotton and kissing his nasty ass. The slave days stuck in their skulls. They went to the cities. They got hip fast. The conning bastard white man hadn't freed the niggas. The cities was like the plantations down south. Jeff and Uncle Tom still did all the white man's hard and filthy work. Those slick nigga heroes balled like crumb crushers. They saw the white man just on the plantation still ramming it into the finest black broads. The broads was stupid squares. They still freaked for free with the white man. They wasn't hip to the scratch in their hot black asses. Those first nigga pimps started hipping the dumb bitches to the gold mines between their legs. They hipped them to stick their mitts out for the white man's scratch. The first nigga pimps and short shot gamblers was the only nigga big shots in the country. They wore fine threads and had blooded horses. Those pimps was black geniuses. They wrote that skull book on pimping.
So you see that right there? He say he had them bad horses. Ooh. Now y'all know what I'm about to compare this to, right? He was calling women horses. Their hoes were called horses, right? So he's talking about the origins of the pimp game. So basically it's showing, he telling you like, man, showed them the gold mine between their legs, right? Because the white man loved to fuck the women on the plantation, man. Hold on, he loved to fuck the black women on the plantation, the slaves, right? So they saying, hey, we gonna make some money out of this shit. But right now, let's be serious for a moment. Y'all remember that video I did? It's about maybe 2-3 years ago. It's called Breaking the Buck. And what Breaking the Buck was talking about, how in the West Indies and other areas, when you had slaves that didn't want to listen, right? And how could you get them back in order? And how could you get them to start back listening? Because they acting too little rebellious and shit like that, right? So you found the biggest, baddest male slave, one that everybody knows tough. And y'all know where the story go from there. Let's keep listening. Let's keep listening.
Even now, if it wasn't for the frantic army of white bitches, nigga pimps would starve to death. Greenie, the white man has been pig greedy for nigga broads ever since his first sniff of black pussy. Black whores con themselves the only reason he sniffs his way to them is white broads ain't got what it takes to please him. I'm hip he's got 2 other secret sick reasons. White women ain't hip to his secret reasons. The dumb white broads ain't even hip to why he locks all niggas inside tight stockades. He'd love it if the nigger broads wasn't locked in there. The white man is scared shitless. He don't want them humping bucks coming out there in the white world, rubbing their bellies against those soft white bellies. That's the real reason for keeping all the niggas locked up. To show you how sick in the head he is, he thinks black broads are dirt beneath his feet. His balls will bust if he don't sneak through that stockade. Half savage, less than human black broads. You know, Greenie, why he's gotta come to him? The silly, sick bastard is like a whore that needs and loves punishment. He's a joke with scratch in his mitt. As great as he thinks he is, he can't keep his beak and swipe out of the stink of a black ass. He wallows and stains himself. The poor freak's joy is in his suffering. The chump believes he's done something dirty to himself. He slips back into his white world. He goes on conning himself he's God, and niggas are wild, filthy animals he has to keep in the stockades. The sad thing is, he don't even know he's sick in the skull. Greenie, I'm pulling your coat from the bottom to the top. That rundown on the first nigga pimps will make you proud to be a pimp. Square-ass niggas will try to put shame inside you. Ain't one of them would suck a mule's ass to pimp. They can't, because a square ain't nothing but a pussy. He lets a square bitch pimp on him. You gotta pimp by the rules of that pimp book those noble studs wrote 100 years ago. When you look in the mirror, you gotta know that cold-hearted bastard looking at you is real. Now that young bitch you got is gone lazy. She's stuffing on you. That bitch ain't sick. I ain't never seen a bitch under 20 that could get sick. Your whore is bullshitting. A whore's scratch ain't never longer than a pimp's cold game. You gotta have strict rules for a whore. She's gotta respect you to hump her heart out in the street. One whore ain't got but one pussy and one jib. You got to get what there is in her fast as you can. You gotta get 16 hours a day out of her. There ain't no guarantee you gonna keep any bitch for long. The name of the pimp game is cop and blow. Now this young bitch you got is shitty, all right. She knows you ain't got no other whore. I want you to go back to that hotel. Make that bitch get out of that bed and get in the street. Put your foot in her ass hard. If that don't work, take a wire coat hanger and twist it into a whip. Ain't no bitch, freak or not, can stand up to that hanger. Maybe your foot and fist can't move that young hoe anymore. She's a freak to them. Believe me, Greenie, that coat hanger will blow her or straighten her out. It's better to have no whore than a piece of whore. Get some cotton and make her pack herself. The show can't stop when a whore bleeds. I'm gonna lay some pills on you. Give her a couple when you get her out of that bed. Don't give her any more reefer. And make some whores lazy. Don't worry, kid. If you do like I say and blow her, I'll give you a whore. Kid, don't hold that whore to one block. Tell that whore all the streets go. Turn her loose. It's the only way to pimp. If she blows, what are you lost? She stands up, you got a whore and some real scratch. You go back and put the coat hanger pressure on her. If it don't blow her and she stands up for a week, you ought to have $500 in a week. Take that scratch and drive to one of the whore towns close around. Go to Western Union. Send that scratch back to yourself at your hotel. Use some broad's name as the sender. That lazy bitch you got will think she's got competition. Watch the sparks fly from her ass. She'll try to top that bitch that doesn't exist. Greenie.
You peeped the game, right? So what? he's telling him to do right now, right? Like, if she don't listen to you, man, and she still don't want to do what you say, you take a wire hanger. Hold on. Let me show y'all these shits, man. Oh, these shits right here. The hard reality, right? Like, again, how can these women follow this guy right here, man? Nature Boy. Right? Look at this, man. Now, could you imagine unraveling this and making it long and then curling it at the tip like a fucking whip? You hear that shit? Ooh.
You listen to Sweet Jones, you'll be a hell of a pimp. Never get friendly and confide in your whores. You got 20 whores, don't forget your thoughts or secrets. A good pimp is always really alone. You gotta always be a puzzle, a mystery to.
And another thing, what he did, right? Because after he beats her, right, she's out there getting that money. Like, she ain't trying to get her ass whooped again, right? So he want to push her even harder, right? So what he tells him to do, go to the next town over, get a money order, and have it shipped to your hotel in somebody else's name and another female name. And he shows Phyllis the money order. It's really Phyllis money, but Phyllis don't know that. So what he does is he plays mind game with her, and he says, "Well, it's another female." So she think that Iceberg got another woman turning tricks in another town, right? So she gets jealous of that. Oh, this bitch sending money. How much is that? Right? So, man. So, yeah, straight whips. There you go. Hold on. No. What the fuck just happened? Straight whips, yeah. Right here. That's it. There we go.
That's how you hold a whore. Don't get sour. Tell them something new and confusing every day. You can hold them as long as you can do it. Sweet is hipping you to pimp by the book. I'm the greatest nigga pimp in the world. Now, Greenie, is your skull gonna hold everything I told you? I said, 30 years from now, I'll still remember every word. Sweet, you won't be sorry you helped me. I'm gonna pimp my black ass off. I'll make you proud of me. I'll call you later and hip you to what the run did under hanger pressure. Oh yeah, don't forget to give me those pills. He got up. Miss Peaches stretched her legs. She jumped down and followed him. A sharp hooked nail in one of her rear claws snagged out an inch of cloth from my pants knee. I wouldn't have cared if she had clawed me naked. I was in a thrilled daze. With Sweet Jones on ready tap to pull my coat, I was going to set a record on fast track. Sweet came back. He gave me a tiny bottle of small white pills. He put his hands on my shoulders. He looked down at me. His sub-zero eyes warmed to my maybe zero. He said, I love you, sweetheart. You know, kid, I don't ever think I'm gonna grin in your face. I love you like a son. Anytime I grin in a sucker's face, I'm gonna cross him or croak him. Call me anytime you need a rundown. Good luck, Greenie. I crossed the pit. I stepped up the doorway. I glanced back. Sweet had peaches in his arm. Chapter 12. To gain a stable.
No,
I heard Silas knock on the door. I went and opened it.
It's not supposed to be chapter
Silas
12.
was
It's
a
chapter
strange,
11.
beautiful
They
sight.
said that wrong, yo.
The slick sorcerer bastard
It's
had
chapter
my
11.
breakfast on a tray. He had turned himself into a cute black bitch in a red knit suit. It was the Run. I murdered the grin of relief in its jib wound. I twisted my face into a copy of Sweet when he bounced my skull off his John wall.
You see that? So she's right now. Yo, check this out. So she's sitting in a diner, right? Eating and shit. That just made Iceberg even madder, man. Like, she ain't turning tricks. She's so sick. She can't turn no tricks. But she's sitting here eating like shit all gravy, and we ain't got no money, right?
I said, bitch, I'm gonna croak you. Since 3 o'clock, I've been calling all the hospitals and jails in town. I even called the morgue. Speak up, bitch. What's your story? She looked up at me. She was smiling. She walked past me into the bedroom. I followed her. She sat the tray on the dresser. She ran her fingers deep into her bosom. She brought out a damp wad of bills. She gave it to me. She said, Daddy, my last trick was a 50 slap. All night trick. I caught him at 2 this morning. Baby, I gave you 128 slats. Silas had your breakfast on the elevator on my way up. With the 2 slats I gave him.
So she went and did a trick, right? She went and did a trick. She went and did a trick. She brought home $50, right? Now that's the average for a night for her, right? She done got all dressed up. Look, he mad as fuck, but she came home with some money, right? But it's about to get deeper, y'all. Let's listen.
I made 130. Oh, Daddy, I found some good streets to work a couple miles from here. It's in the neighborhood of a joint called The Roost. You were a sweet daddy to be worried about your baby. Oh, I almost forgot. Keep your fingers crossed. I may bring you a girl one of these mornings. She's wild about me. Oh, chapter 12. To gain a stable.
See, I
heard Silas knock on the door.
let me see
I went
here.
and opened it. Silas was a strange, beautiful sight. The slick sorcerer bastard had my breakfast on a tray.
You know what? That's not the chapter, y'all. They skipped past that chapter. But that chapter is getting was the point I was getting to. So hold on. Here we go. Right here. Let me see here, man. No, that's pulling forward into the curve. What is it? Let me see here. It's just it. Let me see here. Let me see here. Y'all give me a minute. I'm trying to find it. They want to play with me. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. That's crazy because they don't. Give me a minute. Like I said, I got you. We about to be right back on cue. You got this shit all wrong. No. They got this shit off, y'all. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Let me see right here. What's this? Yeah. This is wild, y'all. I can't find it. No, see. That's not it. I'm not right here. That's this. Okay. There you go. You know what? I can't even find chapter 11 because it skipped past. Like, I don't know what the fuck happened with the audiobook, but it just jumped past the whole chapter. And I know how that chapter started off, and that shit wasn't it. I was looking through it, trying to find it, but couldn't find it. So fuck it. Let's see here. Yeah, there you go. There you go. So he's breaking these women. He's breaking these women some sort, right? For them to do that shit, right? That man right there. He's breaking them women down to where they feel like they can't leave. That Without him, there's nothing, right? Because you got to figure out, why would women want to stay there? You mind fuck them, control them. We was just listening to the audiobook, right? And the audiobook, what's that right there? He's a goof. Yeah, he's a goof. And he traumatized these women. Stop. And that's what he does. He traumatized these women and he fucks up their head, right? Makes them feel real low, less than nothing. I mean, but at the same time, you know, dude, crazy, man. Dude is fucking crazy, but women gotta watch out, because it's and not just women, you know, people in general, because you can say that you're a part of certain communities and, you know, all types of things, you know, and even situations like this, you know, some people, when they down low, don't really have no direction. People come into their life, or someone to come into their life, you know, and they fall for it. That's how you always get somebody. Get them when they're low, when it feels like they ain't got no direction, nothing going for themselves. Show them the path. It's all a part of mind control. Just like I said, with communities, followings, you know, because on here somebody always follows somebody, or you have these big channels and the supporters. They seem to have kind of like a cult activity. Like, you can't say nothing bad about their about that channel, or the person they supporting, right? Like, that person can't do no wrong, and these people believe everything they say are right. And then you got people that just want to be a part of it. And those are the dangerous people. Because those people that just wanted to be a part of it, those are the ones you got to watch. That's why you go on these big channels, right? And the moderators, right? If they say anything wrong about the person that's hosting the show, or things of that nature, or disagree with some of the sentiments the person is saying, what they do, they block your ass, or they put you in timeout, or the whole chat just run down on you. Words are powerful, and nothing more vulnerable than a person that's at rock bottom is a weak mind. And you can have people at the top. It don't necessarily have to be a person that hit rock bottom. You can have somebody that has a lot of shit going for themselves, right? But they got a weak mind. Like I said, they don't got no direction. They got it in life. So something like this comes along, or you start following someone, or you start leaning more towards this or the other, right? You start to have some kind of hypnosis or some kind of clenched, you know, mm. so so now you start that shit wow, yo. That shit wow. And that's how you get a weak mind. Especially if they start to feel like the shit the person is saying, like, oh man, they can relate to that shit, right? Or that they think that is the truth. And whatever the truth is, you know what I'm saying? That's what they want to believe, whatever that person is purporting the truth to be. You gotta watch people. People can take over your mind and you don't even know it. But like I said, with situations like this, far as following certain communities and any situation, like you got people out there that want weak minds, to want them to do their undying wishes. See, what you do is you you say sweet nothings and start to talk about all these ideas, or how everything is better and more understanding this way, and this is the truth, right? And then what you do is you make them feel good. See, when you got these big YouTuber channels, right? And people come on there, they feel so exonerated that they was able to come on the panel and actually speak with the person they admire and enjoy listening and watching. So what they do then? What they do then? They make the followers, the people, feel like they got a sense of purpose, right? That's a powerful thing when you make someone feel like they got a sense of purpose. And then you got those ones that started to follow and realized there's some bullshit. Shit gets deep, y'all. Shit gets deep. Everybody tuning in. Welcome to the Late Show. Welcome to the Late Show. So, what I was doing earlier, right? I was talking about this book right here. And I compared it, like, what would make these women want to stay? Like, if anybody had any knowledge or any information about situations that went on in that little Carver Nation, Melanation organization, and then it's in comparison to these big YouTubers that got big followings, man. Do people feel like you got a sense of purpose? That's why you stay in attendance to their channels, especially when you become a moderator, right? That's like them women back there standing behind Nature Boy, right? They his moderators, right? They block out all that shit that Nature Boy don't want to hear. It's in comparison to the channels, right? Them moderators control the chat. And see, I really wanted you to hear chapter 11 because he was about to do what the old man said with the wire hanger. And he did that shit. See, it jumped past that and it showed the part, and it talked about the part how she came with $130, you know. But that dude beat the shit out of her. Right. And then she realized, like, you're here to do his will, his deed. Like, you don't want to get your ass whooped again. Right. Because she had got smart when it was like, oh man, I'm ready to die and all that shit, man. And he beat the fuck out of her, y'all. That shit, wow. But once he did that, right, that woman did anything he said. And she was out there turning tricks till she could. So how does that compare to YouTube? Well, with the people that's following them big channels, right? A lot of people like to do videos where they piggyback off the situation the big YouTuber was talking about, because they'll feel like, I be in that algorithm because they talked about it, so I bring it over here, maybe put their name in the title, you know. I can get some of his following over here. I'm already a moderator, so I got a sense of purpose. Yeah. I'm rocking with the system, right? So here's where that comes into, you're turning tricks, right? You don't even know it. You're turning tricks. You're turning tricks for your favorite YouTuber, piggybacking off their videos. That's some deep shit, though. And look, they're in the background laughing because they know he full of shit. Y'all see that? They know he full of shit. That motherfucker started yelling like an ape or some shit, and then they started doing it. They all in the back trying not to laugh and shit because they like, man, he got us on side there doing some old bullshit. And what niggas do? They tuned in because people like to see crazy shit, right? People want to see some off the wall shit. So that live right there got a lot of attention from a lot of people because this dude knew what the fuck he was doing, right? He hasn't been that relevant on YouTube, right? So he goes on a big channel like this to wake up the audience back to him. You feel me? You come on there and act weird and have all these women and you know, for the people that haven't seen who you are, and to the people that haven't seen you in a while, it's a bit refreshing, you know, because they may not be subscribed to you, but they seen you on that big channel, right? So now who's turning the trick for who with Sonetta and Nature Boy? That's a big question, right? That's a big question. But that's what you do. Come on here and act like an ass so everybody can talk about you. Act all weird and shit. Let me see here. I want y'all to see this shit. Oh man, I'm gonna have to turn the audio on. Fucker. I hate when the audio starts to act up too. See this shit. Who looked to go to late show on down at the bottom? See that right there? The late show is on. Let's see here. Hope y'all tune into the late show. It's a good show. Come on, find my shit, man. Stop playing with me. Oh shit. Look, this nigga used this shit for the goddamn thumbnail. This nigga so goddamn stupid, man. Hold on, y'all. I gotta reconnect it so y'all can hear the audio. Oh shit, man. This shit so motherfucking silly. Hold on. Share audio. Damn, which one is it? 7. No. 7. There we go. Man, I swear. Let me pause this, y'all. Let me mute this because it better not be no motherfucking ads. Fair use with Creative Commons. I am not trying to have no monetary gains off playing this video. I'm using it for informational, reporting, and conversational. You know. Let's see here. Let's see where should I start it. Y'all hold on. Let me see right here.
I'm at 60% download before I am your God. All of the African American people are my people. Talking, brother. Testing 1 2 1 2.
Let's see here. This nigga stupid for bringing him up. He know this nigga was full of shit doing that shit, man.
Okay, brother. Let's start this interview, man. Let's start this interview. First of all,
I would like to ask you. Where did you get the name, the title Three God? Where did that come from? And why you calling yourself God now? Where did that come from?
I agree.
What the fuck? Oh shit, y'all can't make this shit up. See what I mean? Attention.
I am from a distant.
Trying to trick on Sinetta to get attention. Them motherfuckers.
I am at 60% downloaded before I am your God. All of the African American people are my people. I am your God. I am the three God. I come in three.
Look, this nigga didn't even know what to say. He said, Nature Boy, you full of shit, boy.
that you're doing here, brother. And a lot of people are saying things like you are putting a heavy spell on the people, like the women and the brothers. What is your response to that?
Y'all see this shit?
My name is Cop. I am a cop. America. I am a
man.
I asked the question about as far as the occult, the cult. Is this a cult that's going on? And
I am a cop, meaning I am a chief. A chief.
Okay. I got my wife here with me, Nepal Shaddai, also my host. Would you like to ask Three God a question, Nepal? Do you have any questions?
Yes, I do actually have a lot of questions, but first I would like to say welcome to Three God and his Orishas. When you mentioned that are you an interdimensional being that possessed? Because I want to hear, I'm sure the people are very intrigued about that.
I am your programmer. I am your programmer.
Okay.
I created you.
Oh.
From genetic matter of my mind.
Oh. I see.
Okay.
So you're saying
I am the programmer.
So you're saying that you created life, you created the people now?
Yes, I created all of you. You are all my children.
Are you all right, brother?
Absolutely.
What the fuck is going on? All right, my brother Three God. This is new for me, man. I'm trying to see what's going on here. You stepped up your shit, brother. Oh yeah. Man. The people I was given a video earlier today. And I would like to play that video if it's all right, my brother. And then I would like for you to elaborate on that video and what's going on. Cause we're gonna get right into it, man. This is
downloading. They're at 60%. I am at 60%. Olodumare. 60% Olodumare. My Orishas are at 60%. We are in the 6th year. We are in the year of 6. We are in the year of 6.
So do you have special powers?
She broke the ice.
Three God.
Say this nigga here, X-Man now, Marvel
like
character.
Supernatural for us that we can see the God power, or no?
Oh shit!
60% is a lot. So
I will show you many things.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you.
And this year I will show you many things.
Oh, not right now.
Is she playing? Down.
What the hell?
Down.
Oh no. Oh, that's
Down.
good. So what is that, their power or your power?
The power that you are using to speak your voice right now is my power. You are talking to your higher self. You are talking to God.
Okay. Well, that's good. Okay.
I am the one they have been writing about from the very beginning.
Okay. So the power that they have as Orishas is to bow their head.
They don't have a power. You don't have power. You have no power.
Okay.
But the power that you have, the air that you breathe, is because of me.
Okay. So
I am your father.
Got
Don't you recognize my face?
Yes, I got it.
You do recognize me genetically. I am your programmer. I am your father. You know me. Look at my face. Remember me.
Right.
Remember me.
Okay. Okay. We just want to get to know you a little better because some of us know you as nature.
You knew who I was from the very beginning. Sanetta, you knew who I was from the very beginning. I had been downloaded from the very beginning.
Okay.
Young Pharaoh will work for me. Brother Polite will work for me. Sanetta will work for me. You all will work for me. You all will worship me. Eventually.
Okay, brother.
Are you
You are my children. I love you. I miss you. I told you I'd come back for you. I told you I'd come back for you. I'd never leave you.
This nigga not down hit a big
I'm back. You paid your debt off.
trophy for the God complex. This nigga hit him a big rock or something.
You know me as Rock. But call me Greg. Call me
this dude gotta be high as hell.
Brother.
He has to be high as hell right now.
Third God. Three God. Let me ask you.
He's a third God.
You can call me.
Oh shit.
Papi,
Let me ask you, did you take the vaccine shot, brother? Did you take the vaccine shot?
I am the vaccine.
Okay, so are we going to get to ask some real questions? Because honestly, we have an audience that we are responsible to really. I mean, this is funny and everything, but can we get some real answers and some real information?
Right, they know Nature Boy up there bullshitting, right?
Yes.
And he done dedicated a whole show to doing an interview with him. This nigga acting silly as fuck, right? They ain't share no information yet. He coming on there because you know
ask the questions. You got it.
He can get a shitload of views by doing that on Sinetta channel.
Brother, I respect your domain and what you're doing, but you know, people want to know what
Sinetta looking like what the fuck? Sinetta, you know this, bro?
Your feet massage. Really, when you said you got downloaded, what happened between the time that you were a nature boy and then you just got possessed by this interdimensional being that has you saying that you're God? Can you talk to us about the transition, at least? How you woke up one day and you're like, okay, guys, I'm God. Tell us about that, please.
Well, the thing is, I always knew I was God. And it was like, I was in and out of understanding and trying to accept that. You know what I mean? I was in an awakening process of accepting that. So I was going through all this knowledge and mathematics of the universe. I was traveling all over Central America, eating food, living in the jungles, making sure that I am correct about what I'm thinking. Am I God? How could I be God? I can't be me. And I basically, here's what's going on. If you'll let me tell you.
Okay.
I'm in a coma right now. And I'm in a hospital bed right now. In a multi-dimension. Let's say that. And I'll explain it in a minute.
This
In
nigga
that
said he in a
dimension,
hospital
all
bed.
these people around me,
In a hospital bed.
and many more, they are different.
Look at the girls in the background. They want to just start bust out laughing so hard. Look at them, yo.
This is a dream that I'm having.
They know this nigga. Look at her. She laughing like hell, but she want to bust out laughing like a motherfucker, right? And look at this sister. She's giggling and she's tearing up on the inside. Hold on. Pause that shit, man. Don't play my shit, man. Hold on. And look, he like, man, this some bullshit, right? Oh shit. Yo, you can't make this shit up. Boy, y'all see this? And a shitload of people tuned in, yo. Y'all see this? This is entertaining, yo. This is entertainment. This is fucking entertainment, yo. Oh my God, yo. Yo. Them two sisters are literally laughing in the background like, man, nigga, you off the damn chain. Hey, Gary, your ass let him up there for that dumb shit. And the sister like, man, yo, I don't know how to goddamn begin with this. She tried to take it somewhere, but oh my God, boy. Oh shit.
Good story. I'm gonna fall back, brother. Go ahead.
We won't interrupt you. We're gonna mute out, and then you just go.
Okay. I went to Guatemala, and then people started following me. Someone gave me $300,000, and all I did was use it to help people come to Costa Rica and help people learn the knowledge and take them deep into the jungle and teach people all over the world. They came to me. And this one white girl came to me, and she knew I was God. Kayla, she's like, I know you're God. And I was like, wow. And when she came to me, it upset the whole Canada. And so BBC started, sent the news reporter out to see who I was. I was affecting a lot of people in the Costa Rica area. They was coming because of me. And people were coming to worship me. But I didn't understand that. I didn't understand why, when I was in Costa Rica, why people was coming up on that mountain. They were coming to me. All kind of sick people were coming to me. All kind of people was trying to, come to me. And I was trying to make it look normal. Melanation. I was trying to make melanation look like something normal, but I didn't really know what I was. And I'm learning to this day. I'm at it keeps saying 60%. Like I'm downloading, I'm becoming God. I understand more now. And I'm not done. I'm not done evolving, but here's what I can tell you. The universe doesn't speak in our language. It speaks in
mathematics, music, and movement. So we look at God as the universe, and we don't know how to talk to the universe. We can't talk to the universe in English. You have to talk to the universe in movement, music, and mathematics. So us as Black people will eventually, I'm grateful. Us as Black people will eventually find the number 3. The number 3 is a number of all creation. The number 3 is a number that represents us as a people. Now listen, I know that sounds crazy, but listen to me. 3, 6, and 9 are the keys to the universe, and I tapped into that shit. And I basically realized a lot of things, and I'm going to tell you. Number 1, the reason why there's people around me that pamper me and worship me, and they just started, you know, they come to me, they magnetically come to me, and I had a lot of trouble. What you was watching is a lot of difficult between me coming from the life that we used to live and coming into this divine ancient thing. And it's been my powers, I've been using my powers against me and learning different things and constantly exploring mathematics of the universe. And what I've come to understand is that the universe speaks in binary code. It goes from 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, and so on. This is how cells actually divide and, you know, multiply. So there's an algorithm of the universe. We use this same algorithm with our technology that we're using. And if you are already a device, you're just not pushing the right buttons, and you're not pushing the right buttons into the universe for you to get what you actually want. So you are like a cell phone to the universe. A self-operated cell phone that doesn't understand itself. So we're actually downloading as a people.
You see,
and
he's trying
waking up to understand that.
He's trying what he's doing right now. He's trying to drop some gems, trying to spread, or how can I put it? Trying to share some type of information, right? He's saying we cell phones, y'all. We cell phones, y'all. We ain't even smartphones. We ain't even got to that level yet. We still cell phones, right? But we're not pushing the right buttons. This dude right here, y'all, he's something special, man. He's something special. So you can see here, okay.
We need to stop talking so much. That's why you got Snapchat, make it snappy. That's why you have Instagram, make it instant. That's why you have TikTok, because the universe is asking us. Oh,
Nepal, take over for a minute. Go ahead, continue, brother.
The universe is asking us to stop talking. It's not our enemy. Oh, I have to tell them the secrets. I have to give it to them. I have to tell them. I have to tell you. I have to tell them. I have to tell them. Okay. Human beings are a part of nature. What humans are doing, nature is actually doing. Our actions and all of our thoughts we feel that we have some kind of a free will, but indeed, we are a part of nature, and nature's taking its course through us. And our actions are actually not our actions. Our actions are the actions of the universe happening. It's all binary code, genetic code.
Okay.
Everything is. Are you? Can I finish?
Finish, brother. Ain't nobody say nothing. Go ahead.
I want you guys to listen to me, and I want to make sure the connection is clear, because I think we're chopping up. Can you hear me?
Can you hear us?
Yes, we hear you.
Okay, so every letter in the alphabet is a number. The universe doesn't speak in like certain words. For instance, if we say, can we get this on the screen, please? I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay, can I show you guys what I'm talking about?
Show us what you're talking about, brother.
You want to know the math or no? I can.
Yes, go ahead, brother. Yes, go ahead.
The reason why you see me expressing myself differently is because this is the future, whether you know it or not. Guys, what you're looking at is everyone is going to be looking like Michael Jackson and Prince. Everyone is going to be androgynous. Life is not the same anymore. You have not woken up into the days that you was in before. In fact, every time, let me explain this. I just don't want you to cut me off, because don't cut me off. Let me fully explain this, okay?
Niggas ain't even saying nothing. You talking about don't cut me off.
When you go to sleep at night, you die.
He's stealing people information.
There's an illusion that makes you think that you can die. You
I heard this before.
because you're not living. Because you're an infinite being. The absolute truth is that you do not exist. You cannot conceptualize yourself, therefore you cannot acknowledge yourself.
The fuck is that?
We hear you. We hear you.
Fuck is that beat?
You are an infinite being. You cannot conceptualize yourself because
The fuck?
you are infinite.
Is that the video? I don't know.
Go ahead, brother.
You are an infinite being. You cannot conceptualize what
Let
you
me
are.
pause this shit. I don't know what the fuck that little beeping shit was all about,
Outside
man.
of the understanding that there
That shit
is
kind
no
of fucked
self.
me up.
That the zero became one.
Okay, let me see here. Oh, I gotta find the other video. So go right here. Bro talks about the video, man. It's kind of funny how he did it. Let me see here. Appreciate everybody that's in attendance, man. How you doing out there? Oh, yo, this shit loading like a motherfucker, yo. Give me a minute. Give me a minute.
Brother, you know his platform is known for knowledgeable brothers coming on there to debate. It's the battle of the minds. And why is it only just a few hundreds of people watching it then? Then when the clown come on with the clown show, it's over 2,000. Come on, man, knock that off.
It is sick.
Man, this dude don't deserve no platform is what I'm
Well, brother, welcome to the real world, brother. Everything is not going to go your way. We got to be able to welcome to the real world. This is what's going on in the real world.
That nigga sound like, man, I got bills to pay. All right.
People got to face it.
And once it has been put out,
oh shit, I ain't got no audio playing. My bad, y'all.
If something occurred one time, if something occurred 2 times, if something occurred, you know what I mean? But once it occurs for years and years, that's that person. That's their.
There we go. I think the audio about to come in now, y'all. My bad. Yeah. I just realized that I never unmuted.
No, if I mute them. Yeah. Let me mute them.
Listen, King, you're right. This is an opportunity. We can do the show.
But they want to see him.
All right, then, but don't just close the show down because people are really asking great questions. It's like because a woman really recognizes that he's abusive, he's calling us man.
I love Sai, but that's my brother. And I just love Sai, and definitely one of our legends, and I appreciate him. But I don't like when a man is presiding over in something and a woman try to give instructions. Don't tell me to do nothing. Ask me. Say, could you? Or honey, could you? But don't give me instructions to do nothing.
Like, we don't fall for that over here.
Working on his masters at being a clown. But he has always been a clown. He's just evolving as a clown.
You can see.
Now, but the more money I get, I'm going to move further and further away from you niggas. He talking about preserve the divine feminine. I got to move away to motherfucking preserve the divine game, the divine masculine. Got to get away from you sissified ass niggas.
Continue.
I understand his viewpoint, but I think it's very jaded. And quite frankly, I think that you're missing a lot of key factors. And I feel like you should really spend a lot more time around other Black women and have a better experience. Unfortunately, it seems to be that you have a motive to put women against each other. But more power to you. Thank you guys for your time.
All right, peace. Thank you. Hey, Nate, hey, Three God, we're going to have to... Three God, we're going to have to talk after this show, man. We're going to have to do a serious show. Because let me tell you something. Look how many people in the chat. They came to really hear you, brother. You had the opportunity to really teach the people something, brother. And you dropping the ball right now. Peace and Black Power, family. What's your name? Where you calling from?
He calling from Chicago.
All right, go ahead, talk to him.
I have a question. I want to talk the video I saw the other day of him being physical with Malia. And also after he was physical with Malia, the other girls also physically attacked her. That's the number one question. I want to talk about the abuse because we all saw him physically push her, and then Miss Joker was also involved in it. And then later on, Ephraim also attacked Malia. Now, Malia is the queen sitting to his right. I want to know, if you are God, my God would never abuse people like this. If you are God, how is it that you're working in chaos?
I know she's serious right now, and this is serious stuff, but just the way, if you are God, like, let's get to the point. If you are God.
Good question. Come on, God. Answer that, man. Come on, God.
Come on, God. Come on, God.
Will you let me answer you?
Go ahead, brother.
You won't interrupt me?
No, sir.
I would love to answer. Listen, don't cut me off.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls,
Hell no. I knew what it was when it came
Come
up.
on, brother. Come on, God. Come on, man. Go ahead, man.
This nigga stupid as hell. He done turned some goddamn
I think it's something
music
that
on.
you got the program, and when they hear these damn tunes, they don't know how to
he
act.
wasted Sinetta
It's like
time, but
these
Sinetta
sisters
don't
up
give
here
a
don't
fuck
have
because
a
the
brain
chat
of their
jumping.
own. And brother, you really manipulating them. You got to stop this. Stop this mess, brother. You got to really stop this, brother.
It's all abuse. She's a misogynist. Those women are come on, Thunder. You're gonna do this.
All right. Yes. All right. We're gonna close this show out, man. We gotta. We're gonna close this shit out.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Oh, come on. See this nigga trying to play some goddamn copyrighted music and shit in the video.
Really asking great questions. It's like because a woman really recognizes that he's
Yo, I had to pause that.
he's calling us man.
I love Sai, but that's my brother. And I just love Sai, and definitely one of our legends, and I appreciate him. But I don't like when a man is presiding over in something and a woman try to give instructions. Don't tell me to do nothing. Ask me. Say, could you? Or honey, could you? But don't give me instructions to do nothing.
Like, we don't fall for that over here. We're too advanced. So it's not a disrespect.
Look at the people in the chat. No, don't cut them off. See? So I think it's a love-hate relationship with him. What do you think? I think it's a love-hate relationship.
I think this, if we're going to be responsible, we're going to have to put him in the back chat when he starts going into these fits of like, oh, like it's sad because I don't even know him, but I feel so sad that he's worshipped and he doesn't see reality. We don't worship him, guys. The people inside his world worship him, so he can't differentiate between people who don't worship him and people who do. It's like we just want to talk to him and get to know his situation. But
I want y'all to know that this is just as much as surprising to me.
You said Sai ain't hitting that. I'm not gonna get involved in that because that's my friend. I ain't gonna say nothing publicly on that. But I mean, come on now. Common sense is common sense. You know good and well a man ain't gonna be doing all of this simping. You understand me? Checking niggas left and right, blocking niggas every day and night. You understand me? If he ain't stop it, man. Common sense ain't common, but goddamn.
As it is to y'all. And I thought that this was going to be like my last. You see, I think something happened, babe. I'm telling you, either he took that shot or when he got caught in sick ass nigga.
He makes this guy look like a saint to her.
Man, that these young girls, like slaves or concubine, whatever, man.
All of that sound good, but you still watched. And not only that, you want to have a balance with it. You brothers, a lot of
Okay, man. Let me get to the next one, man. Y'all see that shit, man? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Trying to let y'all. Yeah. Where is it? Let me find it right quick and see what the name of that video is. Because I want to play that one and let the sister share her sentiments upon it. Let me find it. Okay. Bow. Here we go.
Was symbolic of his spirit being just pushed to the side, scoot over.
No, turn that shit off.
Very disturbing. Very disturbing. I want to come and point something out.
Turn that music off.
I don't know if y'all seen it. I don't know if y'all have been paying attention. But the reason why I'm paying attention and watching now more than ever, Nature Boy is at a level where his vessel is being used. And he even says it himself. Now, I was watching this video last night, right? Somebody sent me this video. And I'm watching this video. And this shit was crazy, bro. So basically, before I show y'all the clip, this is what happened. He was smoking, okay? He was smoking. So right after he get done with the joint, he turns into this new character, okay? The character that he called Three God. Now, man, job, there's Three God.
So he get high.
And then there's another spirit.
And he think he got, okay. It's getting very intriguing now.
There's another spirit that he don't even have a name for. What I understand from watching is that the spirit that he don't have a name for is an indigenous spirit. And also the Three God is also an indigenous spirit. Now, let me tell y'all how I figured all this shit out. So as I'm watching the video, he get done, he's smoking, he get done smoking, right? He turns into Three God, which is a spirit, aka a demon, right? He talking all this shit, talking all this, whatever this shit that he talking, right? Next thing you know, out of nowhere, he disassociates for about a good 10 seconds, okay? He completely disassociates. Next thing you know, he says, gotta go, or time to go, some shit like that, right? Soon as he say time to go, he sit back, he lean up like this, and he release. As soon as he release, boom, he slumped, he limp, he fall over. At that particular moment, I knew that the possession was real. I've been seeing it and I've been knew it, but to see that shit in real time like that, I was like, yo, do he know that he is possessed by a demon? Do he know? So now, let me go back a little bit. When he got limp, and when he finally came back to himself, when he sat up, he looking around. He didn't understand what was going on. He had finally come back to his natural consciousness, right? This is some real shit. I don't know if y'all remember my testimony when I was saying, when I was going through how when possession took place and when it was over, when it was cast out, the children would come back too. And then they would be like, what happened? What's going on? They wasn't there. Their consciousness wasn't there, meaning that their consciousness was set to the side, basically in a sunken place.
to where they were open, and then the spirit, aka demon or Dybbuk, was able to come in and be the host of the body at the time. This is the same shit that happened to Nature Boy, and I just watched that shit in real time. Okay, so boom, he get limp, he fall over, he come back to himself, he looking around and shit. He didn't understand what had happened. He didn't understand what was going on, right? The next thing you know, when he finally realized what happened, he was like, yo, did y'all see that shit? Talking to the people around him. He like, did y'all see that shit? He like, did y'all hear that shit? Everybody around him like, yeah. We seen it. We heard it. And then so Nature Boy like, yo, that shit was crazy. This is what he was saying. He was like, yo, that shit was crazy. This, and this. He was like, but I was there. He was like, I'm in my body, but I'm set to the side. He was in a sunken place, my nigga. Remember on the movie Get Out, when old girl would stir up the teacup or hit the spoon to the teacup? The dark-skinned dude, he would disassociate, and then y'all saw him falling into the deep hole. That was his consciousness going into the what they call the sunken place. And then now the spirit was able to come in and replace his consciousness, meaning the spirit is now there taking over. You see what I'm saying? Same fucking shit. Now I want y'all to watch this clip, and I want y'all to see what I was saying. I'm coming back, and then I'm going to talk about a little bit more. Check this out.
Hollywood. Let's bring Hollywood here. I don't care about your money. No, you can't buy me. I don't have a price. I want your soul, and I want your mind. I want all of your abilities, and I want the breath you breathe because it belongs to me, the three. There's nothing you can offer me. You already belong to me, and everything you have already belongs to me. I'm gonna let you figure out how long it's gonna take you to figure out.
Hey, yo, she might want to be a part of that shit.
It to me.
She think he need help because he being possessed, huh?
Many will try
Listen to him.
to destroy me.
Listen.
Black people, you guys are so behind on things. White people already know all the things you're trying to get them now. I'm not talking to you niggers or niggas. You know how they call us? Niggas. If they ban me, we'll go to Twitter where we can say nigger.
Three.
You know. Gotta go.
Okay.
My lord.
My lord.
Move the table. Move the table.
Man, get the fuck out of here. Ain't nothing wrong with him.
Water now.
Why you moving so slow? Get the water.
Get the water now.
Right behind you.
Get the water.
Yo, they done scripted some shit, and she think this shit real. She think he's been demonically possessed. You see this, mind's eye? You see this shit?
He said, time to go. You feel like you breathe out. Yes.
Publicity, man. Publicity.
Crazy. Oh my God. That's crazy.
Y'all see that bullshit?
I feel normal as shit. I feel like I've been sleeping. I was there.
That nigga full of shit, y'all.
I know what's going on. I'm listening like you are.
Oh, man.
I know everything a motherfucker's saying. I know everything. I'm listening. I'm in there. I'm listening. I hear all you. I'm like y'all. I'm watching too. I'm stuck. This is amazing. This shit is amazing. It just comes in and out when it wants. Fucking crazy. Oh my God, bro. This shit is crazy.
Okay.
A few things, right? The
First
first
thing.
Let's listen to her. She about to break it
when
down.
y'all saw him come back to himself,
Let's see what she talking about.
he was looking around.
He didn't know what was going on. He didn't understand what just happened. He didn't understand the cross between the spirit entering him and the spirit leaving him.
Because
I think he was full of shit.
The spirit, the demon,
Sister, I think he was full of shit.
comes into the body.
I mean, you're trying to see it from a different perspective.
Before I go there, let me just say this.
But no,
This right here,
that nigga was full of shit.
this is just a shell.
He was putting on a stunt.
Think of like a snail or a
He
turtle.
was putting on a stunt.
They have a shell, a hard covering protecting their real body.
okay? Our real body, which is our spirit body, is housed inside this body, right? Which is the physical body. Boom. Okay. So he disassociates, he leans back, open up his mouth, and he breathes out. At that point, when he was breathing out, that was the spirit leaving his body. He was releasing the spirit, not on his own accord. Okay? That was not voluntarily. That was involuntary. Y'all heard him say that the spirit comes and goes when it wants. Meaning, he don't even have control when the spirit comes in. Okay? Once you invite a spirit in and you become friends with it, that spirit becomes attached to you. There's only one way to get rid of it. But we'll talk about that somewhere down the line because he ain't at that point yet. Okay? So he has no control. He can't just say, spirit, come into my body. He has no control over that. The spirit comes and goes how it wants to. Y'all just heard him say that. First red flag. That's the first red flag. You have no control of when this spirit is going to enter your body. You have no control on when the spirit leaves your body. That's very dangerous. Second point I want to make. He said he was in there. He said he can hear everything that was going on. Now, I want y'all to really think about this shit. Okay? This is why I said I don't believe in mental illness. There is no such thing as mental illness. There is no such thing as schizophrenia. There is no such thing as PTSD, depression, anxiety, bipolar. There's no such thing as dissociative identity disorder. There is no such thing as split personality. See, those are names and labels that the physical world created to keep you away from staying on the spiritual path. Now, I want y'all to ask yourself a question. If he said that he was in there and he heard everything that was going on, where was he at while the spirit was speaking through his body? Ask yourself that question. Where was his consciousness? Where was his soul at? Where was his spirit man at while the spirit was speaking through his body? I tell you, it was in the sunken place. It was in the sunken place. Again, go back to the movie Get Out. I'm going to keep referencing back to this. Go back to the movie Get Out when the lady had the teacup. She stirred the tea, then hit the teacup with the spoon. Next thing you know, Chris falls back into a dark hole. Remember the movie Get Out? When she hypnotized him with the cup, he fall back. He fall back. That was symbolic of his consciousness being pushed to the side. That was symbolic of his spirit man falling into the sunken place. That was symbolic of his spirit being just pushed to the side, scoot over. It's my turn to step in. This is nothing but a suit. This is why you must protect your temple at all costs. The Bible said, be ye holy, for I am holy. Because see, he right about one thing: you don't die, your body die. You going to one or two places when you die. For eternal life.
Nature Boy full of shit.
Everlasting life.
He full of shit.
So a lot of people want to look at that part.
Did nothing take over his body. He did that shit. They probably scripted that shit.
He just disassociated his consciousness for another consciousness. Or somebody might say he got split personalities. No such thing.
He putting on, man.
No such thing.
He putting on.
This is how the world manipulates. This is how Satan manipulates into you believing that this shit don't even exist. Okay, so when he was saying that he was in there, he was inside his body, but he was in the back seat, like being in the back seat of my car. Okay, this is my car. This car is one body, right? But this car, this vehicle, my car, it can house multiple bodies. You see what I'm saying? At one time. This is where people get the term split personalities from. This is where you get the dissociative identity disorder from. You got one vehicle, which is your body, right? But your body can house and hold multiple spirits. This is why you hear people say, be careful with people who you touch, who you shake hands with. Be careful who you receive gifts from. Be careful who you talk to, because you can exchange that energy, and you don't want to exchange the wrong energy. Now it's on you. This is real shit. Ain't nothing fake about this. This ain't you can't act something like that, my nigga. You can't act. This is not no Hollywood shit. That man is real life possessed. So, so when he say that he was there, he was in his body, he was just in the back seat. He was in the back seat while the spirit was in the front seat right here, driving, operating, working. He had control of all the control buttons of that body at the time. Right? Just like my car. I'm the driver, and I can have several passengers. But I can also get from out the driver's seat and sit in the back and let one of my passengers drive this car. At that point, I have no more control over this car. It's the same thing with your body. It's the same thing with your spirit. Once you welcome those spirits in, and they begin to take over your vehicle, your body, you in the back seat. You got no more control, my nigga. That's what just happened. So his consciousness, his spirit man, was in the back seat. Meanwhile, the spirit talking out, saying all this shit. He disassociates. He looks off to the side. He starts staring for a minute. Next thing you know, he say, gotta go. Right? When he say he gotta go, he leans back. The spirit releases itself from the vehicle, aka the body. Next thing you know, Nature Boy, boom, he limp. He slumps over, he passes out. The reason why that happens is because the body has to give time for another host to enter the body. So at that time, when he passed out, the body was recalibrating for another host, spirit, demon, to come back in and bring it back to life. So the spirit that came in and brought the body back to life was his own spirit man, his own real consciousness. It was his own
So, what do you all think? Put it down in the chat, in the comment section if you didn't catch it live. What do y'all think, yo? Y'all think he full of shit? Or y'all think he's being possessed? I think he's putting on a show, just trying to make another persona. You know what I'm saying? Trying to reinvent himself. You know, kind of like Dojo. The shit he do. Always changing his name. Trying to reinvent his content. Trying to get the people attention again, you know? Yeah, that dude is bullshit, man. He manipulates weak minds. He manipulates weak minds. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed the show tonight. Appreciate everybody that tuned in. And hopefully you were able to catch the next late show. So next time, I'm Lindsay. This is Knowledge Uprising. Peace.